Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. It's not easy to get rich. Look, y'all, one of the things I find, because, I'm checking out, I'm going around trying to get ideas what to do for this channel and what to talk about, what people into as far as getting money and everything. And there's a whole lot of videos talking about, oh yeah, you can get rich quick and all of that. And I've said something about that before. Let me look at that from another angle. It's not easy to get rich. Let's use some common sense. If it was easy to get rich, more people would be rich. More people would have money. It takes a lot to get rich. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. You got to have some talent. You got to have talent in a particular field. You got to work hard. You be in the right position. You might have to know the right people. Sure, you might be in something you have to get a loan, but you can't get that loan because you don't have a good credit score. You might decide you want to get into something. You might want to sell something, but there's like 105 other people selling the same thing in your same area. Nah, it's not easy getting rich. If it was easy, more people would do it. Just think about it like that. If it was easy, if anybody could do it, trust me, there would be more rich people. Shoot, we wouldn't have the same amount of poor people. Let's talk about something like one of the things you need is talent. You need talent. You need talent, whatever you're going to do. And you have to have that desire to work hard, not just talent, but work hard. And even then, there's some people who can work very hard will never be rich. But then you got to have the right product. You got to have the right product, or you got to have the right service. You might have to deal with a bunch of people. There's so many factors. Because even a lot of these billionaires now, and they'll try to act like, oh, I just built up. But now if you check them out, their parents were making a lot of money too, and instilled in them the right personality traits or right attitudes and everything. There are very, very few billionaires who started just totally from zero. There's a few. I'm thinking of one now who said, his parents were like, his mother was alcoholic and everything, and he came from a poor area. Those are very rare. Those are extremely rare. Most people, if they in a poor area, most people are going to stay in that area. In fact, even when you get like athletes or entertainers who come from very poor environment, you notice a lot of times they'll make some money, but then when they stop playing sports or whatever, or they stop singing or doing some entertainment, they lose that money quick. And the reason why, they still got that mindset. See, one of the things that's very important to have is that mindset. And let's just be real, the overwhelming majority of people don't have that mindset. They don't have the talent. They don't have the mindset. And even if they were somehow to get in their business, that don't mean they're going to make it. I'm going to be real with y'all. Most businesses fail. Most. Let's just be real. Most businesses fail. I don't care who you are, what you're doing. There's plenty of people that start a business. But it takes a lot to really make money that way. It takes a lot. And then you gotta have, like I said, you still gotta have the talent. You gotta have the mindset. You gotta be in the right position. You gotta be in the right environment. I mean, there are so many factors. But, you still get like social media content to say, oh yeah, get rich quick. Yeah, those are get rich quick schemes. And they'll try to hit you up on something, but it's so many factors. And then if you were, like one of the things I studied was successful people. They all had a certain mindset. Most people don't have that mindset. I mentioned mindset earlier. Let me get into the mindset. You gotta have a certain mindset. You know, you can't just look at it as money, just you making money. You got to look at it as, you know, you helping out people. You providing a product or a service that's going to help people. And then you got to work hard. You're going to have to sacrifice. You might have to sleep on that air mattress for a bit, a couple years. You might have to sleep on it. You might have to sacrifice having that late model car. You might have to have that hoopty that just gets you to point A and B. You know? You might not, it might not have air conditioning in it. You're going to have to sacrifice. You know, you might not be able to buy all those fly clothes. There's a lot of poor people, they don't want to sacrifice. They want to buy those expensive clothes. They still want, you got a lot of middle class people, they still want to look like they're keeping up with the Joneses, so they'll have that big old nice car and everything. They don't have the mindset. Because if you have, especially if you coming from zero, now, and even a lot of those people who become billionaires, you start checking a lot of those billionaires and they coming from some money. They coming from some money. At the end of the day, they saw that. Like if you come from, like if you're in a poor environment and you're around poor people and you see poor people, you're in a poor family, it is very hard to have the mindset to become rich. There's so many factors involved. Now it's not impossible, of course. It's far from impossible, but you got to do a lot of stuff. First, you got to work hard. You got to work hard. You got to have some talent. You have to work hard. You have to work smart. Let me not forget that. You have to work very smart. You got to know what you're doing. You have to have a mindset of, well, I'm not just doing this just for money, but I'm trying to help people. You know, you have to be in the right environment. You have to look at your demographics. There are so many factors. Even if somebody else made money that way, a lot of times you don't know their story. You know? You don't know. They might not tell you they slept on that air mattress or that they drove that hoopty. They might tell you and stuff, but it's one thing to tell you something. It's one thing to go through it yourself. You know, you might have to sacrifice something, you know? You might be trying to mate or something or going on dates, and it's like if you're a dude and stuff, you dealing with some women, they like, nah, I don't want that coffee. I want to go to an expensive restaurant. All of those things are affecting you, you know? And of course, especially with men trying to date women, you know, you got some women, they want to be at the finish line. They don't want to help you. So you thinking about that too. There's a whole lot of factors to do it. Now, it's not impossible. It can be done, but it's so many factors you got to think about. And if you see some of these content creators saying, oh, you can be rich quick or it's easy. No, they're becoming rich because they're getting your money. They're getting your little bit of money. But it's not easy. And just a simple thing. If it were easy, everybody would be rich. Everybody would be rich. And what one commentator said, I don't know if I want to call his name, but he said, poverty is just there. You can't have rich without somebody being poor. So even then, I remember I first heard that. I was like, nah. Now I'm like, yeah, you know. Because like I said earlier, you know, if you got 105 people doing the same thing in a small area, everybody's not going to make money. Everybody's not going to be rich. There's so many factors. It's not easy. It can be done, but you're going to have to go through some stuff, all right? I want y'all to think about that, all right? Just think about that. So anyway, that's all I have for now. Y'all know the deal. And even though I said it's not easy to be rich, you can still be rich. Just do the hard work. So anyway, y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.